Last minute live stream. Something happened to me just now. Hey Andrew, in Wonderland, what's up? Something just happened to me now that sparked me to do a live stream, but let me pull you guys up on my computer. That way we all can see each other. All right, YouTube, VANCITY VANLIFE. All right, are we live, baby? Ooh, look it. All right, guys, 1 second. Let me pop this chat out. Who does people on here? How you doing? All right, so now it's bigger for me. We're good to go. How you doing, Andrew, Trish, Cody, Karen, Pam, Pokey, and Sunshine, Nickel and Dime, Hank. Anyway, guys, what's up? So we're gonna just chat a bit and hope that we would just kind of talk about it. I thought it was kind of cool, and I wish I would have filmed the situation, but it was weird because he was filming me and I didn't want to pull out the phone and film him. Yeah, I'll explain that in a minute. Let's see if we can get this live stream over to 100 people. That'd be pretty cool. Dylan, where's Disco? Disco is actually outside underneath the van. And he's underneath there because it's been pretty warm today. Looks like the clouds have just moved over, but it was pretty hot there for a while. So he's underneath the van. Disco's doing pretty good. Anyway, so there's 61 people on here right now. And just so you guys all know, you've been watching my videos on a massive delay. Massive. I've been back in Vancouver. Are you ready for this? Hold on, let me find the exact date. I arrived back in Vancouver at the 21st of last month. Yeah, you all thinking I've been traveling. I've been back here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I've been back in Vancouver for 16 days. That puts you guys on a huge gap. Let me explain quick. Filming while you're traveling and on the road is so freaking easy. And what happened was there was a lot of days where I filmed like the entire day, thinking that, hey, I filmed enough to make one video. And when I sat down to edit the video, I learned that, man, I can make 3 videos out of this. So some of those videos you've been watching have been 3, like morning, afternoon, and night on 3 different videos because they've just been recording a lot. So anyway, the good thing about me being back with having, I won't say a break because I've been video editing every day to get you guys out something. It's given me some time to focus on my DJ stuff because I've been freaking swamped, and those videos will be coming out soon. And with the next, because the videos that are coming now will be in the city, and I haven't recorded as much since I've been here. So you guys will be a lot more up to date on the reality of what's going on by probably the end of next week. You guys will be right up to where I am today, or maybe midweek. I don't have that many videos left to come out, but yeah, so now you guys will be a little bit more up to date with what's going down with us. So anyway, man, Friday night, I'm not DJing anywhere. I got these whole weekend off, and wow, man, after the last whack of parties I've been doing, trust me, this time off is needed. That music stuff gets in the way of YouTube, like, unbelievable amount. Tired, long, like 12, 14-hour weddings, and then you have no time to film. You're tired, you're grumpy. Yeah. All right, guys, let's go through this. Yeah, Tom, I don't like gravel roads much. What the problem was is that there's a seal missing on the center of my back door. So where the door is shut, that seal that runs down the middle is not there. So everything came through the back and right in. There's nothing in the front of my van, so it wasn't from my windows being open. It was actually just all came through the back door, because when you're driving, it all just kind of just burrows behind the van. Anyway, Mike, thanks for the super chat. Thanks for the coffee, Mike. And yes, no more at that one Tim Hortons. Jay Reed, back in my element. Yes, in some ways, Vancouver is back in my element, but I don't want to be here right now. That's the sad thing to say. I don't have any DJ gigs now until this coming Thursday, so I think I might take off for a little bit of a short trip somewhere. I don't know where. But I don't want to be here. I came back to Vancouver because of DJ work, and I don't want to be here. This is my home. This is where I was like born and raised, and yeah, I think I might. I don't know where I'm gonna go though. I want to take it easy on money because my debt is gonna be paid off in like just a few more weeks. So I don't want to spend money because I feel bad, because that's what debt that's going towards my debt. All right. Let's answer some of these questions before I get into that thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. Someone asked, how'd that Bridezilla go? It actually went super good. Here's what happened. I know for those of you guys don't care about the DJ stuff, but excuse me. I have one policy when someone books me, and that is I do not want a playlist of music for the dance portion of the evening. They're okay to give me a handful of their favorite songs. I'm cool with that, but I'm a DJ. And I lay that out at the beginning. I would rather say no to the gig, because if they're not going to allow me to do what I do, then I don't want the gig. You know, sure, it might be a bit picky, but come on, man. She gave me this huge list the night before her wedding. The night before. And so we argued a bit, and long story short, I did what she wanted. I did everything she wanted. Nobody danced for the first 4 songs. We're talking like a 350 person wedding, and nobody danced for the first 4 songs. Then the groom walks up and said, give me that list. I gave him the list. He ripped it up and he's like, Chrome, just do your thing. That dance floor was packed from the next song to the very end of the night. That Bridezilla walked over to me. She was so cute, by the way. She was like tiny, short, little Asian girl, and she's looking at me. She's just like, thank you. So she knew that she was fighting with everybody, and she wasn't going to win that fight with me, but I rocked that wedding. They gave me mad reviews, big props. They loved me. It was good. So all in all, worked out good in the end. Lori Hicks, I actually seen those water shoes at Walmart this morning as well, when I was at Walmart. But I had already ordered some from Amazon, so I'm just going to wait for those. Okay. I was just sitting here in the van, and I promised myself I wasn't going to work today, but I came here and I sat in the van, and I had a bit of a nap and started editing a video. While I'm sitting here editing a video, this truck pulls in beside me, and right across from me, he comes over with this big fat camera. I had camera envy. It was some big Canon 5D Mark something. It was awesome. He comes over on the side, good looking fella, and he's over there and he's taking pictures this way. And then he walks over with this huge tripod and stuff, and he's like, hey, I'm from the Vancouver newspaper, and we're doing a thing on van life. Can I talk to you? I'm like, absolutely. I'm not gonna, say no to that. A little time to chat about my journey and maybe plug the channel, because it's all about the business. That was the reason why I said yes, mainly it's for the business side of this. So anyway, he films me and asks me the usual questions. But afterwards, me and him got into quite an awesome conversation, because I guess he's been working on this project for weeks now. Not only has he been talking to van dwellers or people living in their vans, he's also been talking to residents that live in the homes, like the home that's right across from me. He said he spoke to that gentleman yesterday about the van people that are out here on the beach. And he's like, they've been all over town talking to residents, talking to van dwellers, and to my surprise, there's a lot of people living in the homes that don't care about the van dwellers. He goes, there's so many people that are like, no, they're fine. They don't bother us. They're really friendly. They're really nice. And that was super cool to hear. You know, because I mean, we all know the news guys always cover the dirt stuff because it's what gets views. And I get it. Like, I mean, that's what happens on YouTube. You post something negative, it gets views because people are drawn to that. So, anyway, whatever. But it was shocked to me that he said a lot of the guys down here, even in some of the bigger homes, they've had no problems at all. Hey, guys. They've had no problems at all with the van dwellers. And he said the house that's right across from me is an $8 million home. 8 million. That's for a whole new story. Vancouver is ridiculous. He told me that house in somewhere in the US would go for about 350, maybe 500 grand. That thing is $8 million. Welcome to Vancouver. Anyway, so yeah, and then we got onto the topic about what these people are thinking, and he's like, the only times he has problems, like the people that live in these places have problems, are when the guys are staying there a lot. And he said the most common thing he's heard from people living in homes is that we have no problems with the people that wander. Like he said the most common term they've used is wanderers or travelers that come through and they stay and they enjoy the area. And he said they're usually really nice and really friendly, and then they're off and they never see them again. The homeowners have no problems with that, but they have the problems with the ones that are always frequenting the same spots all the time. You know, he's like, that's where it becomes an issue. So, I mean, that just goes to show, and that's spoken from the news guy, from the people that live here. So think about that, guys, when you're going somewhere. Keep those wheels moving. Like, always being somewhere different all the time. And he asked me a lot of questions, and, you know, I guess that article is going to be in the newspaper. I don't know if it's going to be a video clip because he actually filmed it, or if they're just using the talking pieces and typing it out into the whatever. But yeah, it was just cool to see that, you know, a lot of people don't really mind us. And he's like, not only in the big fancy neighborhood down here at the beach, but he's like, even downtown. He says we have some streets down there where we get them quite a bit. And they're not the bigger RVs, he said, but they're like the small vans like yours. You know, the ones that don't look like mine. He goes, these are like the ones with the windows and stuff that, you know, people are living in. And people have no problems with them. So think about that. Not everybody's a dick. All right. I am totally been talking to my camera. My chats are way over here, so I have no idea what you guys have been saying. But I thought that was pretty cool, and that's the reason why I started this live stream, is because I wanted to share that with you. Pretty cool. Keith Schultz, mileage on my van. I'm in Canada, so it's kilometers. My van currently has 188,000 kilometers on the van. I just finished putting 2,500 kilometers on it on that trip to Alberta. Yeah, that was a lot of kilometers. Sal Suarez in the house. I don't think I have any of my comment. Oh yeah, nice. Whoever that Jace Wilson is that came up on that block comment, you're a douchebag, by the way. Too bad your comments don't show, pal. I love that when people say nasty things and it comes up before it gets posted. Trolls have to know by now, if they're on my channel, that my subscribers are gonna rip them a whole... They'll never know what happened to them. I guarantee it. The people on my channel are so good, so loving, and like they would stick up for us weirdos in a second. So when trolls like that slide through, and I wish his comments slid through, I wish it would have. And when I came back, I was only in there for that short amount of time you guys seen me film, and I was out. I was probably in Grand Forks for maybe an hour. And most of my videos that you guys have been watching, because I had to be back in Vancouver for a specific date, but I did film a freaking ton. It was so fun, man. Like, filming while you're like on the move in different places, it's easy to be creative and sparking things, and easy to film stuff. That's why I find Vancouver pretty tough, because when I'm here, you get stuck in your, you know, not unless I'm out. But I filmed a lot of Vancouver. You realize majority of this channel was filmed here. So the only thing left to film here really is to start now paying money to go to things like the big suspension bridge and stuff, and I really honestly don't feel like paying money right now to go see attractions. They're touristy stuff. I'm not into that. But yeah, but, you know, making videos on the road, I was in a lot of those towns for an hour and gone. It really sucked because I found that trip really hard. It was hard because I had this leash holding me to Vancouver. Vancouver had me on such a tight leash, I couldn't go very far, and then when I got far, I had to come back. It sucked. All right. Oh my gosh, these people, trolls out the wazoo on here. Woo! I like these trolls. Too bad you guys aren't seeing the troll comments. And if there is, I don't think I have any of my moderators on here right now, so yeah, there's none of them are on here. Mike Brown, I should make you a comment moderator if you're interested. I'll message you on Patreon, because you seem to be popping up on all these things. That way you can kind of delete the jerks when they pop in once in a while. Lise, do I ever come to Europe? That's a long drive, Lise. Very long drive. Is it Lise or Lassie? Lassie Skibrick? My daughter Danica was in Denmark in January, I think it was, somewhere around there. She was in Denmark for the World Hip Hop Championships. She was competing with Team Canada. That was pretty cool. She got to enjoy that trip. I've never been that far. Someday that would be super nice. Christina, yes, trolls are jealous. I don't care about trolls. They don't bother me. They don't hurt my feelings. And most of the time, they're just saying dumb things. Like this guy was telling me to something with somebody's something. Yeah. Real cool. Are you ever going to come over to the US, Connie? Yes, I am. It's not going to be soon because I want to clear up the debt stuff here. I'm trapped in Vancouver until the end of September because of pre-booked DJ gigs. But I have nothing booked after September. But I don't know what's going to go on. I would love to travel Canada first. Spend some more time here before I travel down to the US. But yes, I will be coming to the US. And I'm hoping after this winter season that my winter seasons from now on will be spent in the US, and I'll come back here for the summer, travel Canada, and then back down to warmer weather, California, aka kind of stuff in the winter time. That's the plan. Won't be this year, but next year. No promises. Keith asked me, he's 6'2". Can I fit widthwise in your Ford? Keith, no, you cannot sleep widthwise in my Ford, but in your Ford, yes, you can. They'll be a bit tight. My bed is exactly 6 feet. So no matter what van you get, put your bed right at the top of the wheel well, like right where your wheel wells come up. That should be the top of your bed board, the board for your bed, because that's the widest part on the van, is right above the wheel wells. So for me, I'm a couple inches above that. If I put it down a little bit, you could probably fit, because I'm about that far above the wheel well. So as you get up above the wheel well curves in a little bit, so you're losing inches the higher up your bed goes. So if you put it right on the wheel well, if I'm 6 feet 3 inches above it, you might be able to fit it 6'2" right on the wheel well. Big Red Adventure Vans, man, thanks for the super chat. That's super rad. So yeah, just that's a van build, I think, for you guys. If you're not in a van, build it right above the wheel well. Sure, you may lack a little bit of storage space and stuff underneath the bed, but it gets you a bigger bed. And at the end of it, as long as you're getting a good night's sleep in the van, who cares, right? Who cares? When will you switch to a high top with solar? When will I switch to a high top with solar? When I feel like I've gotten everything I need out of this van. I don't think, it's not a guarantee, but I don't think I would ever put a high top on here. I possibly might if I do a pop top, maybe at some point. But I think by the time that comes, I would rather just get myself into like a taller, bigger home, like a ProMaster, where it's got more square footage to deal with. You know, all the height's gonna do is give me a little bit of stand-up room, where those other vans will give me a whole lot more living space. But that's down the line. I don't like the look of these vans with a high top on it. I think they look silly. That's personal opinion though. You know, at that point, you're better just to buy a Class B, I think. Class Bs always look like, you know, a nice livable space. When you put a cargo van with a top, it looks like one of those wheelchair vans. You know what I mean? Like the wheelchair vans put those things on the top. I don't like the look of it. Pneumatic bike, you got it. But that's why I want to get something bigger. Something like a ProMaster where I can put a nice high bed in it and still have room to put, you know, mountain bikes and stuff underneath and have a full-blown garage. I'm excited for that, but that's probably going to be 5 years down the line. It ain't going to be anytime soon. I got a lot of adventuring still left to do in this, and I'm sure this van over time is going to see some changes. You guys seen that van tour I did that's called like Rugged Van Build? I love that adventure look on this van, but I think if I were to ever do something to this van, it would be, you know, I'd put bigger tires on it. I'd turn this thing into 4-wheel drive and, you know, do stuff to it like that. I like that look. But I don't like dirt roads, so does that really, would that really be worth it? Oh, that was so dirty. And I wish I would have filmed how dirty it was, because when I pulled into that town and I noticed all the dirt, I wiped it all out because I was frustrated, I was angry, I was tired, I wanted to go to bed. You know, been bothered with emails from brides and stuff all day, and I was just done with the day, and then I seen all that dust, so I didn't film my first wipe down, and I should have. It was nasty. Yeah, Trish, Class Bs are expensive. If you're buying a brand new one, you can buy a lot of great used stuff online. And, you know, even in Vancouver, I think there's so many campers. And I'll go on to Craigslist once in a while and take a snoop through and see what's going on there. And, yeah. So, hold on a second. So, hold on. Because there's no moderators on here, guys. Hold on a second. Sorry. Dealing with more BS comments. I lost total track with what I was saying. Ah! I take it comments are sliding through. Oh well. No big deal. Whoever that Jace guy is, Jace, I'm parked at Spanish Banks in Vancouver right now. You come see me. Be a tough guy, come see me, dude. I'm parked by the second concession. Yeah. Wuss. Sorry. Trolls are so much fun. Another thing I want to talk to you guys about too is that traveling like I did, it was the worst thing ever. When you can't slow down and spend some time and enjoy the places that you're at, it was no fun. I felt like I was being shoved and pushed the whole drive back to Vancouver. And there's nothing worse than you go somewhere, you really like the feeling of it, and you just want to stay, but you can't because you got to be back somewhere. It was really, really a tough trip and taught me a lot about what I want from van life. Because the purpose of that trip is to go see my kids. And, you know, I went out there, seen the kids, traveled a little bit slower on the way back. It took me like 4 days, something like that to get back. And I filmed like 12 days worth of videos in 4 days. Nuts. But it really taught me on how I want to travel, you know, because especially when you're doing things the way you don't want to do it, you really learn how you want to do it. And when I plan on leaving, we are going to take it super freaking slow, travel maybe an hour's worth every day, and that is it. Stay in places, become locals in places, get to know people in places, and enjoy the towns for what it is. You know, meet some locals, have the locals take you out for a day. So if you only drive, you know, if you set yourself a rule, I'm only going to drive 1 hour maximum a day. And that doesn't mean hour from one town to the next. That means an hour a day. No matter what you're doing in that town, 1 hour. That's it. And that's how I think I would like to travel, you know? So if I'm in a town and I got to drive in a half hour up to the lake, spend a day at the lake, that's my half hour drive in the day. I can have no more than an hour. Does that make sense? That's my plan when I happen to take off. And I think taking off is coming sooner than I think, because being debt free has come sooner than I think. What's going on in my comments? I'm gonna move my phone. You guys see me all right? Trying to prop this up so I can read the comments face to face. Can you guys hear me okay? It's super windy outside right now. Hold on, I'm gonna shut that door. Hope this doesn't cut you off. I'm gonna go get Disco. Oh, there he is. Hi, buddy. Wanna come in the house? Sorry, guys. Hey, KD, thanks for the super chat, man. Come on, just go in the house. Oh, he's tied up. Give me a sec, guys. Come on, buddy, up you go. Come on, up you go. Up. Come on. Atta boy. That's the house right there that the guy said was sold for $8 million. Crazy. All right, so put up the blinds, get some light in here. It's a little darker, but won't be as windy. All right. Yeah, see me all right? Woo, 192 people on here. And here I am outside hanging out. All right. Josie asks, does it ever get hot in the van? Yep, it does get hot in the van. We're still at the beginning stages of summer here. I know the weather right now has only been like 24 degrees to 28 degrees in Vancouver. We stayed in the van in Osoyoos, BC with 8. The average day out there was about 30 degrees, 32 degrees. It was bad. I've been also finding myself places to park where I can keep the back door open. So Keith just said, get a roof vent. Okay. For those of you who are watching this that are kind of semi-new to my channel, let me break this down from the beginning. I know some of you guys have been here since the very, very, very beginning, but I've always done everything in my van build my own way. I never followed what everybody said you had to do. Because if I did, I would have spent way too much money on the van. I would have built things the wrong way. I would have added stuff that I didn't need. So when it comes to a roof vent, when it comes to a roof vent, I'm not going to put one in my van until I direly feel like I need to do it. I just bought all the supplies I need. It's coming in a video for putting one single battery in my van on an isolator so it just charges while I drive. So I will be putting one like auxiliary battery, whatever you want to call it, in my van, which is going to allow me to run a fan. So I am actually just going to be putting a fan in my van first before a roof vent. Just to add the extra breeze. And I park a lot of places where I can leave my back door cracked while I sleep. And there's been many a days I've parked right up against some shrubs and I've left my side door open, giving me enough of a breeze. So the reason why I'm taking things slow this way and doing it this way instead of just doing what everybody says, cutting a hole in the roof and throwing a vent up top, just because I want to be the experiment. I want to experiment with this for my own self and for you guys, to know that, okay, you know, like everybody said you needed a roof vent to get through winter because condensation will and mold will destroy your van. It didn't. I had no problems. I survived a whole freaking winter with no roof vent. None. And I heard so many horror stories about it. It didn't happen. So I'm just going to play with this when it comes to summertime. And if it does get to a point that I feel like I need a roof vent, I'll go order one from Amazon right away and it'll go on the roof the next day. No big deal. I've got a little bit of extra cash for it, so easy peasy, done deal. I have some van dwellers that are parked down the beach from me here that have a jigsaw. The guy's like, anytime you want, we'll cut a hole and we'll drop it in. But I'm going to try with just a fan first and see if just that breeze and air circulation in here will be enough to get through some hot days in the summer. Right? Because how many of you guys out there make comments on people's channels that don't have vans of their own, that just heard you need things? That's why I want to use me as kind of like a social experiment. You know what I mean? I'll be your guinea pig. Yeah. So far, I'm going to hold off on that roof vent. Boom! All right, I missed something about 4th of July. Canadians don't celebrate 4th of July. No, we don't, but we just had Canada Day, though. We had Canada Day, which was just around the same time as you guys celebrate 4th of July. Car Junkie, ever meet Justin Krebel? Ever met him? No, I've never met him. I've woken up in the morning and he's been parked in front of me. I've been at the beach when he's been just down the beach from me, but we've never bumped into each other. And I'm not the guy that's gonna walk over and be like, hey, knock knock, hey. I'm not that guy. If we happen to bump in, we'll bump into each other, but no, I have not. He's made a comment on my channel before, but that's about as far as that interaction has ever gone. Trish G said, you honestly don't need all that at first. When it, you know, and I think my channel has shown that to all of you guys, is that you don't need everything you read and see. You don't need all that stuff to start a van. Because you realize if you're going to start van life and you go by what everybody says, I wouldn't have started. I was like, what? I need to put a battery and all the wiring? Well, there's $300, and solar, there's another few $100. So now we're talking like over $500 just to run my fan. And then I got to buy the fan. So it gets expensive. So, you know, you don't need it. Like, you just don't need it. Add things as you need them. You can always cut a hole in your roof and pop a roof vent in there. That's a morning's worth of work. You know what I mean? By that evening, you got a roof fan up and running, ready to go. So, you know, like the need to do it all at once, I don't think is necessary. I've proven that. I lived in here with a cooler and a plastic dresser and a bed. That's it. That's all I had when I started. And I was happy as happy could be. I've never been more happier in my life. Now that my house is starting to look like a home, I'm happier now than I've ever been. It's not done yet, but it's like this stuff here. It doesn't bother me, but you know, once my debt's done, I'm gonna be buying stuff for the roof, but my debt's more important now. You know, all those other things I'll pick up as I need them. But yeah, guys, don't think you need all this stuff. Just because somebody said or so many people said, you don't need what you don't need. People need different things. I mean, don't get me wrong. I might pop a roof vent in this thing, and it might be the most freaking amazing thing that has ever happened in my world. It's possible. It's possible that I pop one in there and go, man, why didn't I ever do that before? Just haven't felt the need yet. But truth be told, it'll probably come at some point. Eric Brown, thanks for the $5 treats for disco, man. It's so cool. Nice to have you here on the stream. I love that stuff. Disco has so many treats right now. People have been sending him stuff, and surprised he's not fat. Surprised I'm the fat one when he gets all the treats. Nobody gives me treats. Wow, still 150 people on here. Surprised for a last-minute live stream. Feels weird to be in the van and not be like getting ready to go to DJ tonight. It's gonna be so nice to have a weekend off. I think tonight what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drive down into the city and watch all the freaking maniacs be maniacs. Maybe go for a walk down. Like we have a little strip downtown that they block off on either end where all the nightclubs and stuff are. I might go take the dog for a walk through there. Just go like the treat to all the drunk crazy people. He'll like that. He always loves that kind of stuff because everybody's like, oh, he's so cute. Yeah. You guys ever do that? Go down to places just to watch the maniacs be maniacs? I love that stuff. Because normally I'm the one inside the club DJing. I don't get to enjoy that crazy stuff that goes on in the streets outside. So being a DJ, it's nice to have the time to go participate in the madness. Not the bar madness. I don't do that stuff. Weird, right? Weird that I'm not a bar guy, but I DJ. I think I'm not a bar guy because I DJ. Not a fan. Dawn, is the solar radio still being used? No, I haven't touched that thing in a long time. It's actually sitting in my drawer back here. I even made a review video for it, which I'm not going to release. I should share that with my patrons, though, because I made the video. Yeah, I should do that. Also, you guys, too, if anybody's like into like watching stuff before YouTube watches it, every video that I make, just about every video, like 90% of them that I make goes to my patrons first. So everybody on my Patreon gets a chance to watch it. Like even the guys that pay $1 a month, they all get to watch my pre-released videos. So it's kind of cool. If you guys are into that kind of stuff, you know, that might be worth $1 if you're into that. Michael Kenny, hey man, what's up, man? Nice to have you on here. And also, while you're here, guys, if there's any people that are diehard fans of the channel, send me an email. Josie Velez, $10 super chat. Thank you. I look forward to watching your videos every day. Thanks for the laughter, smiles you brought to me and my girlfriend. Awesome, man. It's so cool to have you on the chat. And the super chat, super thankful. Thank you. But anyway, if there's any diehards on here that really want to kind of just maybe help the channel out a little bit, if you're the person that likes to read the comments, fire me off an email and yeah, fire me off an email and maybe I'll make you guys a comment moderator. It just helps out weed out the douchebags, especially on live streams like this when I have no control over them. Nomadic Bike, what is Patreon? Patreon is a link. Just click the link through it. It's in every one of my videos. Darian S, thanks for the super chat. So cool. Patreon is a place where it's so hard to explain. Patreon is a place where people that really enjoy a creator's content, whether it's my channel or, I don't know, Casey Neistat, I don't know. He doesn't need the help, but people that like really into their content and you want to help contribute to the creator and help them, you know, with bigger projects and give them a budget to work with. Patreon's a small way for you to give a little bit to the creator personally. So what I do is I have my Patreon set up so you can get on there for only $1 a month and see all the pre-release stuff and some back issue things and just things that we do on a daily basis. My Patreon knows what I do all the time, where I am, what I'm doing. Patreon is like, it's like my Facebook. I share on there video clips and personal stuff. But yeah, it's a place where you can contribute $1, $2, $3, $5, whatever you feel comfortable with. It's like a donation sort of thing, but it's super cool. And if you ask anybody on this chat that's on my Patreon if it's worth that small contribution, they will say, hell yes, it is. The community there is so freaking rad. It's like that tight-knit family I've got. Like when something exciting happens in my day, the first thing I'm typing is to my Patreon. Guys, guess what? I love those guys. So if you guys are interested, check it out. Super cool. The link is in every single one of my videos, all of them. Yeah, it'll say Patreon. And if you just click it, it'll take you to a little intro video and it'll show you everything that you're going to need and want to know. But Patreon is super freaking cool, guys. I know VanLife has a weird attachment to Patreon. This is what I think is weird. People think that when creators are like, hey, come over and check us out on Patreon and support the channel, they always think the guy's begging and asking for money and like you guys are paying for his food and his gas. You're not. Whoa. Thunder. Yeah. You're not. What Patreon is for is like, if you look at it, I mean, I make $500 on Patreon right now. So if Patreon were to happen to be at $1,500 a month and I added that to what I make on YouTube, combining those two things together gives me a budget that I can work with and say, you know what? I could travel and make videos every day. I could afford to go to this town and go here. Like I could afford to go to a town and go on a, I don't know, a boating excursion to this crazy little island because I can afford that to make video for you guys. So it's just a way for you to, you're kind of like business partners, I guess. Anyway. I'm excited about that thunder. That'll be my first thunderstorm in the van. Better be good. Bring it on, baby. Doesn't look that bad out there, though. "48 hours to Vancouver. Let's get craft beers." Do it. Let's go. Bring it on. Roll your van up here, man. I'll buy the beer. I'm in. Nickel and dime, what's my favorite beer? I'm a craft beer guy and I really don't have a favorite. Sometimes if it's a hot day, I prefer like a lighter beer, like a lager. But for the most part, like, you know, an IPA. One of my favorite beers right now is from a brewery in Victoria, BC called Phillips Brewing. It's called the Electric Unicorn. It's a white IPA. So if you're a beer drinker, you know IPA is not white. That shit's like coffee colored. But that's why it's called the Electric Unicorn, because unicorns are rare. So a white IPA is rare. Good beer. Trailer Park Supervisor, yeah, Pilsner is good. I'm a big Pilsner guy. And a lot of the craft breweries are doing a really good job with Pilsners as well, too. What are you waiting for? Yes, I miss mountain biking. I miss it in a big way, but not... I miss it in a big way, but not to a point that I miss selling my bike. My bike knocked out a huge chunk. That's $2,500 of my debt that was just deleted by that. And it was worth it, because if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be just about debt free. I'll be debt free this month. That's a guarantee. Debt free by the end of this month, be done. And I wouldn't be in that position if I still had my bike. That would have been like a few more months from now. So it was worth it. So worth it. What's my debt at? My debt currently, as we sit right now, is $1,883. That's it. $1,800. And I still have to figure out all the details, but I think my debt was like over 18 grand when I started, 19 grand. I'll have to figure it out. You know, I did sell a lot of stuff too that paid off that chunk. It's not like I made that much money this year. Just I sold a lot of things that paid off that. So I'll have to figure it out. It might have been even up to 20 grand. I'm not even sure, but I started out with a lot 10 freaking months ago. That's a lot of debt to get rid of. Pretty excited about that. Pretty damn excited. Josie Velez, have I done any DJ gigs lately? I've been back in Vancouver for a little while already. You guys are on a bit of a delay, and I've been DJing my freaking face off. Canada Day, I did 2 events back to back, a parking lot party and a bar party that night. The weekend I got back from seeing my kids, I did 4 DJ gigs back to back. It's been busy. I got some of them collaged in videos that are coming out. I have 2 DJ videos coming out. One will be Monday, and I think the other one will probably be Tuesday or Wednesday. Yeah. Noreen, debt freedom is amazing. I will soon find out. I've never been debt free before. I've always been dragging on debt, and I don't know what it's like not to be debt free. I think I was born with debt. Seriously, I think I was born with debt. I think a lot of people are like that. You know, they just happens. Josie, will I ever DJ for you guys? You know what? If I could DJ and not be striked for copyright infringement, I would. I would happily make DJ videos on here, but I can't because of the copyright laws of the music that I play. So that's why if you've ever seen any of my DJ videos, I don't play the music from them or play little snippets of it because I can't, because it breaks all copyright laws. Chrome, when are you doing my ceiling? I'm doing my ceiling as soon as my debt is done. The material for the roof I've chosen is going to be the same material on the doors, and it's going to run me around $300 for the vinyl material that I want to use. So that will be sometime after, maybe next month. Let's say next month. I'd like to have it done though, because man, after putting all this money towards debt and grinding away at everything I've been grinding at, I deserve to have this van finished. You guys hear that? Ooh, little rumble. Gaming Punisher, how did I get into so much debt? If you really look at things, it wasn't really a lot of debt. You got to realize I was sitting on a car, which was debt. Yeah, I mean, a lot of it was just like small accumulated $5,000 things here and $6,000 things there. Before you know it, you're at 20K in no time. You know, it really doesn't take a whole lot. Some of that debt originally was some of the DJ gear that I do own, which was financed. And, you know, it really wasn't debt because I use it for business. I still own that gear. But some of that was included. And that's all been paid off, which is super rad. Miss Susie, super expensive living in BC, well, in Vancouver and Victoria, it is for sure. You got it. If you didn't hear me earlier on in the live stream, I had a news company do an interview with me, and after the camera was off, he was talking to me about stuff, and he was telling me that the house across me is worth like 8 million when it should only be worth like 500 grand. But condos downtown Vancouver, a bachelor suite, literally a fucking bachelor suite in Vancouver is worth like $1 million, literally $1 million. And I'm not kidding. If you like go Google it yourself, 1-bedroom apartment for sale, Vancouver, you'll see they're at like $1.5 million. Vancouver is ridiculous. And this news guy was telling me that once he's done and stuff here, once his kids are a little older, he's just going to go down to the States. He was telling me that he could buy a house just like this $8 million house in front of me down in somewhere in sunny wherever for like 350 grand on a bigger property. You know, he said $1 million house down there has like a driveway that takes 5 minutes to drive up. And yeah, it's expensive here. Vancouver is flipping nuts. Sam Wong said, a bachelor, Sam Wong, Sam, do you live in Vancouver? Sam Wong says a bachelor suite downtown is $700,000. Can you imagine that, living in a bachelor suite, which is probably, you know, 450 square feet? $700K. That's insane. Sam Wong, 400 square feet in the suburbs is $320,000. That is about right. Welcome to living in Vancouver and the suburbs of Vancouver. Craziness. I don't know, Google it. What's $1 million in US money? Somebody Google that. You guys are on my devices that I could be Googling at. Ellen Summers, will I be at the RTR in January? No, I will not be at the RTR in January. That is something I probably won't be going to until probably next year, maybe. Not really too sure. Okay, this is funny. Hopefully this is connected. Someone asked, "What's $1 million in U.S. money?" Sam Wong just said it's about 750 U.S. dollars. He meant 750K. So yeah, American money, our money, more thunder. Our money is not worth very much in the U.S. right now. Our dollar is worth like 75 cents. It ain't worth shit. One creative serving says Seattle's the same for cost of living. That's crazy. You know, I mean, Seattle and Vancouver are much alike. We're literally a couple hours from Seattle. You know, we're all in like the same weather systems and like we're so close. But yeah, that interview with that the news guy, he think he's down here doing interviews still, I think. His truck is still there. He was telling me he's been meeting more and more people lately that are in this lifestyle because of choice. They want to. They're in it because they love it. I guess he said, you know, times before doing those interviews, a lot of people felt that like they were pushed into it because of the cost of living. Now they're finding more and more people that just like want to do it because they love the lifestyle. I love this lifestyle. Man, I am missing so many of these comments. How do my kids feel about van life? My kids honestly don't really care. My two older kids in Alberta, they both watch my channel. My son is probably watching right now. Yeah, they all watch my channel. Even my son Adam said he just thinks it's cool that I'm doing whatever the hell I want to do. You know, I mean, it's not often you get somebody who's got the balls to do this kind of stuff and live their own life. So, you know, they like it. My youngest daughter, Danica, she doesn't really care either. I tried to get her to spend a night in the van to go on a little trip. She doesn't want to spend a night in the van, and I get it. It's a bit weird for her. So, but other than that, she doesn't care about the van life. She wears my van life shirts to school. But the kids are super cool with it. My daughter Danica was a bit like, you're moving into your van when I first told her. But within like days of me being in the van, she was totally cool with it. She got it. She understood. She's like, whoa, this is kind of cool. And also, for those of you guys that are new on my channel that have seen, I said I made my trip to Alberta to see my kids. Just so you guys know, I've had a few people make comments to me about why have I been disconnected with them. I just met them. That trip to Alberta, I met my daughter Alicia and my son Adam for the very first time in my life. First time. My son's 19, Alicia's 21. And yeah, I met Alicia when she was a little kid, like she was young. But I hadn't met them since. They've both been gone and I didn't know how to connect with them. And I found my daughter online and we all connected and boom! That's where that happened. So if you ask about the kids, now you know. If you don't know, now you know. It was pretty cool to meet them for the first time. But let me explain the situation here too. Years and years ago, before this whole internet thing, having a family reunion like that is usually one of those little like crazy seeing somebody for the first time. But if you use it as my kids as an example, they both know my life because if they've been watching my channel, they know everything about me. They know where I poop, they know where I work, they know everything. So for them to meet me was like they already kind of freaking knew me if you think about it. And I know them a lot because I watch their social medias. So things now have changed that, because that moment would have been that big, I don't know, cinematic little moment where it's like, you know, that cute little tearjerker moment. Nowadays, because y'all know each other, it's like you've met them before, but it's the first time you got to actually just touch them, right? Was a pretty cool experience. Mark Anderson, will I DJ at your wedding in Ontario? The answer to that is no. No. I want to slow down on my DJ side of things. I want to slow that portion of my life down to the point where I'm just DJing stuff that I want to DJ and playing the music that I want to play. I miss the bare roots of my DJing. I'm like, there's a piece of me that got me into DJing that I've been disconnected with. So, and because YouTube now has become a big passion for my creative outlet, I feel like the deep-rooted part of the DJ side of me just wants to get back to the roots of it, get back to the basic of it, to that house music that kind of just drove me into it. And that's what I want to do. So I want to push myself back from the weddings and stuff like that a bit. And yeah, get to the root of things, you know what I mean? Okay, Ari says, do it from Mark. All right, Ari, here's the deal. Whoa, water dripping in here. Ari, you can pay for my trip to Ontario, which is about a 5-day drive. 5-day drive. Okay? Whoa. Okay, I gotta shut this back door. Woo. There goes all our light. You guys hear me? Ooh, it's coming down. Hold on. Look at my... Alright. Can you guys hear me okay? I can't even hear me. Woo, a little lightning. This is crazy. You know, I like rainy days in the van, but this is a bit overkill. Like, the sound of rain on the van is such a nice sound. This, on the other hand, sounds like my van's getting beat up right now. Someone asked me what my favorite kind of music would be. I am a huge dance music fan. I'm like house music, like, and my, sorry for the nasty color. The lighting is bad over here. I'm a big dance music fan, and not like that radio play EDM style stuff. We're talking like I'm a big like techno, trance, deep house. And I don't have a favorite artist or anything like that because dance music is ever evolving. Well, let's slow down a bit. Dance music's ever evolving, and there's so much new music coming out, and that's why I like it. It's fast paced, it keeps moving, and it just, I don't know, the rhythm of it just sucks me in. I'm a big dance music fan. Where's Disco? Disco is lying right there. Didn't budge an inch with that massive amount of rain that poured down. Oh, look at that color. There we go. That looks funny. All right. I'm gonna take this party back in the back. All right. There we go. A little quieter. Yes, Justin, Disco is always sleeping. Today was a bit of a warm day, so he kind of like... Bulldogs don't do heat very well. But, you know, he stayed... What matters. Bulldogs and heat, that's the worst thing for them. Hot days are bad. So usually on a hot day for me, we'll spend some time by the lake or the ocean. And, oh, I got Disco. I got Disco a life jacket. So now when he's in the water, he just, you know, doesn't... Super cool. My daughter Danica's mom works at a pet store. There's still thunder out there. Works at a pet store, so I got it for, I think it was $30 or $28. So pretty cool. It was regular $54. I got a discount on it, which was kind of cool. What are you guys doing right now? We're all sitting here on a Friday night and I'm drinking water. We're gonna change that. Woo. Friday night live streaming no good craft beer. What are you kidding me? What kind of guy does that? That's that electric unicorn. Yeah. All right, who's got a glass of wine in front of them? Somebody already said that they're already drinking beer. One Sonmex. All right, man, let's have a party. Party in Chrome's van. Mike Brown already cracked a beer. Cheers to that, guys. Holy, a bunch. Everybody's like, I got wine. I got beer. Pookie and Sunshine drinking cider. All right, so right now we have 181 people on my live stream. Everybody, please go look up. I'll make sure I get it right. Pokey and Sunshine Do Australia. Look that up on YouTube. Write it down on a piece of paper right now. So these 185 people better be going over to their channel and subscribing. Pretty cool guys. They're in Australia. They're part of our Patreon family. Show them guys some love. So you guys better be gaining 186 people on your channel right now. So let's hope it goes up. So weirdos unite, get together, and support the family. Okay, make sure I get this right here. I don't want to mess it up. People send people to another channel. Pokey and Sunshine Do Australia. Boom. P-O-K-E-Y. Pokey. That's his name. Pokey. Just a cool dude. And his beard game is strong. And that's a bonus. They live in a big fat RV. All right, there's a plug for you. Boom. And guys, if anybody else on my channel here has YouTube channels, feel free to plug it in my comments, guys. It's all about family, so let's support each other. All right. There you go, Pokey and Sunshine. Hey, babe. There you go. Yeah, just click on it. Pokey and Sunshine just said, come check us out. Just click on that. Do it after the live stream, though. Don't leave me now. All right. If it's to go over and support another weirdo, you guys can leave now and go click. I'm cool with that. Nomadic Bike says, scroll up and click their icon. You got it. Crone on the loose. You heard there's a party? Grab yourself a drink. Welcome to my van party. Yeah, DJ Disco, he's in the house, but he's taking a break. He's sleeping on the floor. This is a freaking good beer. Damn. Christina, no mosquitoes in the city. I haven't ran into any yet, but I do have everything I need in my van. I had a subscriber send me out nets. I had them in the van the whole time. They've been in the back, and I just haven't had the chance to put them up. But I went to the dollar store and I equipped myself with like bug spray, mosquito coils, those yellow little smelly, whatever they're called, this something candles. I got pretty much an arsenal of everything I need to keep those guys out of my home. But now I'm back in the city and I don't need it. But next time I'm in the burbs like that, I am equipped. I never thought about that when I started to adventure out. I never thought about... Nomadic Bike says subscribe to him too. Boom, boom, boom. Go hit him up. I never thought about that when I went to go traveling, about the mosquitoes. I never thought about, you know, anything. Like the first time I pulled up by the water there, I'm like, holy, they were just like all over me. But now this city boy is locked and loaded and equipped for everything. Big Red Van Adventures, subscribe to his channel. Boom. But yeah, so for those of you guys that are making comments about subscribing to your channel, feel free to throw the link and stuff like that in any of my videos. You know, just write in there, say, hey, you know, I'm a part of the Weirdos Unite family. Come join us over there. I love that kind of stuff. Sorry, I was reading. Also, while you're here, I have a question for all of you. All of you people. Are you ready? Are you ready? On my Patreon, I just started a Discord chat room for my patrons only, allowing my Patreons to kind of like connect together You know what I mean? What do you guys feel about me starting a Discord chat room for the whole Weirdos Unite family here? That way, you guys, as my subscribers and followers, can chat together in one chat room for you guys. What do you think about it? If you think it's a cool idea, I will start the Discord chat room today or tomorrow. And then I'll share it on the link on the bottom of all my videos, allowing all you guys to kind of get together and hang out. Pokey and Sunshine says, yes, do it, man. Cool. So yeah, I started the Discord chat room with my patrons, and I haven't had the chance to be on it because I've been so freaking busy. But I see sometimes that they chat together, so I'll do that for you guys. And then I'll start throwing it in the links of my videos. And then once you guys are caught up to me in my real-time video now, I will drop the link to you guys, let you guys know about the Discord. But if any of you guys are interested, keep an eye on the links in my comments on my next few videos. The second it's up, it'll be in all my comments from now on. I love these live streams, man. I wish the live streams just read the comments to me. More fun. Ooh. On this live stream too much longer. Victoria, yes, I got my locks on every single one of my drawers. They are all locked up now. Every one of them. Whew. Yeah, I should have just put them on right away. I would have been fine. But I had no problems. You gotta remember, these cabinets have been in my van for months and months. Well, I don't know how many months now. But how I had them mounted in the van is I had them mounted. So to say these are the walls. I'm trying to find. Say this was the wall. I had them mounted so they were bottom out a bit, so the drawers slid downwards a little bit, making gravity keep them in. And they did super fine in the city, driving around the city, corners in the city, speed bumps in the city, no problem. But when I hit that road, was just like, well, when I had to swerve to hit that, you know, like to not hit that fuzzy, I didn't swerve hard either. I just kind of swerved around, but enough to jerk the van a little bit, and it knocked them out. But it was doing good otherwise. Mike Brown, what price is on my stickers? $5. And I usually always send out both of my stickers for the $5. Or I now put I changed the link in the description for a multi-pack, and I'll just throw a whack of them in a pack, usually 5 or 6 of them, and then send them out for $15. But yeah, $5 will usually get you 2. Even though it's just one, it'll get you both stickers. Because I got them both, so I've just been... It's nicer to send them both, right? Because you never know which one you love more than the other. But as soon as I'm done with my Weirdos Unite ones, I think I'm going to be getting those ones redone from a different company in a better quality sticker. But yeah, get them stickers. Get them stickers. Dumping Bros Productions, how's life? Life is awesome. Victoria, do I have a cold? I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. If anything, is something creeped in. I haven't been sleeping much. I've been DJing so freaking much since I've been in the back. Since I've been back, there's been so many nights where it's been like 3 hours of sleep, and then I'm up to start the next gig, and then there's a 4-hour sleep. So anytime, you know, you get your ass kicked like that, the body had, like, today was my down day. Today was supposed to be a no work day, and I ended up working and making a live stream. But yeah, I think it's just like, just a little bit to remind me that I need to catch up on some sleep. It'll probably be gone tomorrow. I don't feel under the weather at all. I feel totally 100%. But I felt it this morning a bit when I woke up. I'm like, oh, this doesn't feel good. I don't have a cold. I'm not sick. I'm I'm okay. Feeling My Soul just bought 2 shirts. And love them. Super awesome. Do t-shirts run in true sizes? Ellen, I'm gonna say yes, because any shirt I wear, because I wear a double extra large, any shirt that I wear in just about every brand possible all fit around the same for me, and so do the ones that come from the Spreadshirt company that makes our shirts. So I'm gonna say yes, and you can probably trust it out for sure. They're pretty good, and Spreadshirt has been good to deal with. If the size is incorrect, I'm sure they will correct it for you. They've been really good. And for those of you guys who just know, I've been playing around with a Canadian company as well for making my shirts for Canadians, because that Spreadshirt company that does our shirts now, they're from the US. So when someone in the US orders a shirt, they get them pretty damn quick. Where in Canada, it's a huge delay. Plus, we always get nailed with duty at the border. So then by the time it comes in, it's an extra $6 at the border for duty or whatever, depends on what you bought. And then it takes, like, I've had some people say it's taken 3 weeks to get their shirts in Canada. So I've been looking at a Canadian company just to do the Canadian stuff. Mark Anderson says he's just subscribed to Pokey and Sunshine and now he's back. So yeah, so if anybody out here that's in Canada that's holding off on buying a shirt, I'm hoping to start getting the Canadian ones done here. The company is actually sending me some sample shirts now so I can see what they're like compared to Spreadshirt. If they're super good, I'm going to start doing that for Canadians. And I'll find out what they're like to shipping to the US too, because if they're really good, I might change it all to here. I'm not sure yet, because Spreadshirt's been pretty good to us so far. The problem with the Canadian company is how I have to deal with a sale, whereas Spreadshirt, they deal with everything. The Canadian ones, I would have to set up like a online store of my own. Then I would have to deal with a sale myself. The company will ship the shirt, but I would have to deal with the sale myself, which sucks. I don't want this kind of stuff to be more work. I like to just focus on my videos and editing without having the distractions of like stuff like that. All right, Pokey and Sunshine, how many people actually went over and subscribed to your channel? Let me know. Because ideally, if everybody loved you, we should have all been 180 people at the time. There's 150 people on here now. Go subscribe to Pokey and Sunshine Do Australia. And Nomadic Bike, and also Big Red. Oh, let me get this right here. Big Red Van. Crap, where'd it go? Ah, crap, I lost the comment. I think it's Big Red Van Adventures. Yeah, Big Red Van Adventures. That's another one. At least write them down and go check them out. I just finished doing a van tour with a couple that live in a large Sprinter van, and it was pretty cool. You know, it's nice that I'm getting to meet all these people that are in their vehicles. And the only reason, I don't know, I've been trying to find ways to do van tours to keep them interesting, but sometimes they just fall into the same old tour. It depends on how much time you got to film. Like, if anybody ever watched that one I did, the Van Life Cribs one, my favorite video of all time. I love that video. The video was so good. But I want to start doing stuff like that where things are just like cool, like where you get to put their personality into the project. I also been chatting with a girl here in Vancouver who lives in a van, and I really would like to get her onto my channel to do a tour with her, because I love what she's doing in her life, and I think she's got a message that could be really good for our channel and our family here. She seems like a big inspirational person. She's like a life coach, and she's living in, I don't know. I think she'd be really good for you guys. So I'm hoping her and I get a chance to connect. Justin Hughes, Van Life Cruise was awesome, wasn't it, right? It was so fun. I actually I didn't run into both of them. I ran into his girlfriend. She was just on the beach when I pulled in here today. Oh yeah, that jeweled up van. No, that guy never ever got in touch with me. You know, it is what it is, right? You know, it might be just a common thing that people always pick on him all the time. according to his picture, he seemed like an older guy maybe, and I might not be interested. But I'm going to try and see if I can find him on social media somewhere when I'm traveling out that way again, and hopefully meet up with him. Because, you know, I don't want to just film the van. I'd like to hear his story too. Like, come on, man. If he's actually full-time living in that thing was wild. God, this little, like, it was bedazzled. That flipping thing was so cool. And I'd be curious to know if most of that writing was done in, like, glow-in-the-dark paint. If that glow-in-the-dark stuff, and if that thing actually glows in the dark. How cool is that? That'd be pretty sweet. Yeah, Miss Susie, the inside of the van, have you guys seen that clip? I don't remember what video it was in. But yeah, the inside of the front of the van looked crazy. If the back of the van is dialed like that, it'd be really rad to see. Oh, I'm yawning. This is not good. Oh. Awesome, man. Another person subbed to Pokey. Someone else subbed to Nomadic Bike. Yeah! Trey asked me how tall am I? I am I'm not 6 foot. What am I saying? I'm thinking about my bed. I'm 5'11". 5'11". Mike Brown says Big Red Van needs some more subs. We should do a video like that. Should do a video with supporting all of you guys here. Yeah, I'll figure that out at some point. Maybe I'll do a video on supporting the family we've got here with VANCITY Van Life and the Weirdos Unite thing, and see if I can get everybody's channels and everybody's stuff together, and, you know, business stuff or anything they've got to help somebody, and just put it all together in one video. Like, really just kind of help the family out, make us all bigger and more connected, and that'd be kind of cool. And it's crazy to see how big this channel is getting. Are you freaking kidding me? We're over 11,000 subscribers. That's nuts. Blows my flipping mind. It's crazy. And I think what happens too, I think once the channel breaks the 10,000 subscriber point, it's got something to it when you click on something. You're like, oh, where did this guy come from? You know what I mean? Like, it's got more of a grab to it. Like, it's not like, oh, look, it's another little 5,000 subscriber channel. I think once you hit that 10K mark, it's like, all right, this guy means business. But it's been pretty good. Pretty freaking pumped, man. It's just been like, and like we used to grow, since we've started, the channel has been growing at about 1,000 subscribers a month. You know, we've been doing like 1,500 subscribers a month in the last few months. And I think in the last 3 weeks, we've been over 1,000 subscribers in like 2 or 3 weeks, which is craziness. Victoria, thank you. Nomadic Bike says he has 20 subscribers now. All you guys go over there and show some love to everybody. Yes, I am familiar with Eamon and Beck, and yes, I know they're in Canada now. I think they're in Nanaimo or something right now. I've messaged them both, but, you know, nobody's replied back. But I messaged them to see if they wanted to connect. But it's like anything else. I know when people message me that there's hundreds of messages that I don't read because it's taking me forever to get through them. So I'm not expecting them to get the messages. But yeah, it'd be cool to connect with them. Connecting with those guys, stuff like that, are really cool because it helps the channel. You know what I mean? When you connect with other YouTube channels, that helps my channel. You know, and it also puts my channel onto their channel. So it's a bit different. I have 10,000 subscribers. They've got like 90,000. But yeah, stuff like that. You know, it's good to collab with people and just bump into them, because even when I was on Caravan Carolyn's channel, I think I gained like a few hundred subscribers from her, which is super rad. And then when I was on a video with Forrest Stevens, he did that van tour with me, I gained a few hundred subscribers from him too. Oh, my buddy Terrence just messaged me and said, bring me the van next week. If you guys know my buddy Terrence, he's the one that helped me put the walls in my van. So he's also has the remaining bit of wall panels there, and I've been waiting for him to have some time so we could cut out the panels and get them ready to be put on all the doors. That way when I get the material, we can just wrap it around the door, screw it in, done deal. So Yes! Super excited. I'm gonna message Terrence back when we're done on this live stream. Solid dude, just a good buddy. He used to be a bar manager from a bar I worked at. That's how me and him connected. We've been buddies ever since. You got it. Terrence is awesome. Did you have a ton of mail when you got back? No, I didn't. I had what did I have when I come back? I had a couple of boxes, stuff I bought, and a box. Actually, I don't know if that's come out in a video yet. I think it has already. I had one of my mail times in that video, but it was something I bought. And then I went to the mailbox again today, and I had 2 things that I bought. That's it. Yeah, there wasn't much mail there when I came back. There's some like government mail, usual garbage, but yeah, Eamon and Beck and the minimal millennials are the ones that are out in Nanaimo right now, or wherever they are on the island. Because you got to remember, they might be on a delay too, like my channel's on a delay, so who knows where they actually are at. Oh, guys, hold on, my phone's dying. Please be charging. Fingers crossed, guys, my phone's charging. It doesn't show me when it's plugged in. Yeah, Ellen, I seen that thing that they broke down over there. Really shitty because those things are expensive to fix. Do I have a favorite band or music artist? Nope, I don't. I'm an electronic music fan. I'm a big fan of everything. Actually, okay, hold on a second. If I had a favorite artist right now, it would be, I'm going to type it in the description. It would be Zomboy. If I had a favorite artist today, I would choose Zomboy. Crazy, just crazy stuff. Just like, wah! Yeah, Google that stuff or YouTube that stuff or Zomboy. Ooh, so good. Make dream reality. Fabio. Oh man, thanks for that. That's awesome. Oh, somebody just bought stickers. I just got an email notification on my phone. Somebody bought stickers. Have you ever heard of the Circle of Nero? No, I have not. What's Big Red's channel? If you scroll back through the comments, you'll see comments from them. It's Big Red Van Adventure, I think. If you scroll back through the comments, you'll see his name. Buddha boom. Oh, guys. It's like 6:16 p.m. and I'm ready for freaking bed. I was planning on having like the most epic naps today. I think I might have slept at one point for maybe 10 minutes. I need something. Christina, do I get lonely no dating? No, I don't ever get lonely. I think lonely is something you create yourself. I have never ever been lonely. And I'm not really into dating. I don't really know if I want a girlfriend. You know, I've been married before. I've been a DJ my whole life, so there's always been way too many women in my life. A lot. So, you know, I hit a point in life where you just enjoy time to yourself. And if I ever want some attention, I'll just go get some attention. You know, if I ever want a night of cuddles, I have somebody I can phone and say, hey, you want to do a movie night and just snuggle up? I have that if I want it. I just don't reach out to go get it very often, very rare. I like being by myself. Right? You got to realize that, you know, if you want something, it's out there just to go get it. I don't know how to say it. Well, Yeah, I'm not into dating. It would have to be a pretty kick-ass girl to date. I would have to be a serious kick-ass girl. Car junkie, how do you tell a girl you want to date, you live in a van? You just freaking tell her. And that is my I believe in that. If you're going to meet a girl and she's like, so where do you live? I live in my van. What? What are you going to do with it? You just throw it out there. What are you going to do with it? I've had so many people say, no, you can't drop that on the first date. You could wreck it. She might not be. Shut up, man. Just, you got to drop that shit now. Someone's like, so where do you live? I'm like, I live in my cargo van. You know the one you see me pull up in? That's my house. And wait for the reaction. What's the worst that can happen? Her not be interested in you? Because and then that's the point where you're like, yeah, great. Now you're going to take the bill. I'm out. Way to go for being closed-minded. High five to you. You just got to be blunt with it about it. You know what I mean? And if they're down for it, they're a cool chick. If they're not down for it, forget it. They don't get you if they're not at least willing to be like, really, you live in your van? That's kind of cool. That's interesting. That'll spark a conversation. If she's going to be that chick, you know, you might have some worth sticking around for. But if she's going to judge you, forget it. Bounce. Leave her with the bill. Boom! Yeah, man, just be honest with people when you meet them about what you do. Don't hide who you are. Be who you are from the very, very beginning. If they don't like you for the person your true self, then forget it. I've had too many girls in my past who were fake, who did all the little cutie little things to be cute little things, but then when you actually met them, got to know them, they weren't anything like that first date. Just be true. Anyway, guys, we're going to end this live stream because I am getting super sleepy. And I think having a movie night might be a good idea. I could use one of those nights. All right, and I don't know what's going to go on. I might actually leave somewhere tomorrow. Maybe, depending on the weather. I don't know where. I might go. I might drive up the Whistler way. I might go back to the Sunshine Coast. Maybe I'll go to Tofino. I don't know. Maybe I'll go to Vancouver Island. I don't know. We'll see how I feel like tomorrow morning, because I got Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 5 days, 6 days. I have to be back on Thursday night for a gig to go to something. Whether I stay here or I leave, I don't know. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and all 150 of you should go over and visit us on Patreon and join our family there, because for $1 a freaking month, guys, it's so much fun and the community is rad. And I have a chat room there for all of my Patreons to kind of connect together. And the cool thing about Patreon too, guys, you guys will have access to direct messaging me on Patreon, which is cool because there's a bit of a disconnect sometimes on YouTube. But go check it out, guys. It's all good. It's fun. And anybody that's on my thing here will know that Patreon is worth that freaking $1 or $5 or whatever you want to dish up. But we love it. It super helps the future of this channel. Because I honestly will tell you something right now. There's 156 people watching. Listen, 153. I don't think I would be making videos every single freaking day just about if it wasn't for that. That Patreon adds that little bit to YouTube gives me that makes putting in the work. It shows me that there's a future in making videos, which is rad. So everybody that's on my Patreon that's on here, I freaking love you guys. Anyway, we're out. We're done. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye.